Welcome to Medi-Veggie.
Welcome.
Yay, it's Wednesday again. We're always excited to be here with everyone. How's everyone doing, ladies?
Doing well. We're excited to be here.
Good. Hi, Lindsay. We're really excited to have you here as our special.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, for Poetry Month.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, we love your background, Lindsay. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, thank you. It's COVID, right? So it's like a makeshift office. So it is my room. I do try to support local artists. So I'm not sure because I'm on my phone right now. If you see, there's a Poetic Justice. It's a Janet Jackson and Tupac portrait. So there's a San Jose artist. He's 14 years old named Tyler Gordon. And I bought that from him 2 years ago when he was 12. And I was like, oh my God, you are a genius. So it's a beautiful art, but it's just so inspiring that he's such a young man. I know that he painted a portrait of, Vice President Harris. His Instagram has like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. So that's what I'm like particularly excited about to always look at, every day when I'm in this space.
Beautiful.
That is so awesome.
Live once. He's so fast and
right.
Little kid and this big canvas, and he just does it within like an hour or two. You have this beautiful painting. It's crazy.
Absolutely. He does his reels on Instagram where they even like speed it up and you can see him just making beautiful art. So no, I'm a huge fan of him and I'm honored to be able to have one of his pieces.
He's get him on one day.
Oh yeah, and he's a perfect example of a soul that was an artist in a previous life, already had the skills and was born in this life.
Absolutely.
With those skills just coming in, so early on, right?
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah. And how are you doing, Esther? I know it's been a crazy busy week for you.
I feel like a survivor. I feel like, kind of been like tossed against like rocks and shit with, sorry. I'm like getting really into my metaphor.
We're a vegan show.
Yeah, we're verbally vegan. Sorry. I just feel like I have a moment of rest with you all. So thank you.
That's wonderful. And my friend Maria is here. Maria has joined us from Kentucky.
Wow. Yes. So we'd like to.
Yes, from Kentucky.
Ooh. And actually, Maria is an artist too.
Ah, thanks for joining us on Zoom today.
And, thank you for having me.
Yes. So let's see. Today it's super fun because I found out that it's also New Year for certain communities: Laotian, Thai, Cambodian, Sri Lankan, like all these different communities. Dr. Smita, can you tell us about like why these various spotty places? Is it based on a religion or what is it based on?
I think it is based on the change of season and zodiac with April, starting with Aries, and Aries is the first sign. It's the sign of newness. It's the sign of a baby. It's the baby of the zodiac, and it's also the start of a new season. In the sense that I'm thinking a new harvest season around in these countries.
Like, sorry to interrupt. Is it like a different calendar or the same calendar, but it's on April 13th? I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, this is more of a solar calendar. And so it's like, it's always on 13th or 14th of April. So it is based on the solar calendar, which is why I think it is based on the zodiac. But interestingly, all over India, and India is so diverse, but all over India, it's celebrated as the new year, a new start to the year. And as I learned from you, Trami, that it is also celebrated as a new year in several countries in Southeast Asia. So my feeling is that perhaps it's because that culture from India, when it traveled to Southeast Asia, maybe it took it, or maybe it was already there in the culture there. It would be fun to find out.
I know. What fascinates me is not really like, oh, it starts on January 1st on some other calendar. It's still a solar calendar, but it starts on April, which that's the part that I need to
It
dive
would
in
be
deeper.
interesting to know who thought of January as the first month. And right? Because imagine a completely different paradigm where April was the first month.
I see. Oh gosh, that's true.
Right?
Like in the Vietnamese calendar, which is based on the lunar calendar, January has a different term. Like February is called month 2, March is month 3. We're not that creative, but January has its own name. It's not month 1. It's Tháng Giêng, which is, I don't know what it means, but it has its own unique name.
Yeah.
And it doesn't start like at the season we think it starts in America, right? It starts like in spring. So
Yeah.
I guess in these other countries, New Year starts during the monsoon area. Anyways, I'm gonna have Esther begin the show. We can talk more about New Year.
Yes, we can. So, welcome officially, everyone, to Medi-Veggie, where we encourage health from the mind to the body. During this show, you will get vegetarian recipes or tips or background, as well as a short 15-minute guided meditation. We are here every single Wednesday at 12:15. We'll never fail you. You can join us on the Zoom call, or you can watch our stream through Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or LinkedIn. And Trami, as we were just discussing, today is a very special time for some cultures around the world. Why don't you tell us more about that?
Okay, sure. Sorry, I forgot to highlight you, Esther.
Okay.
So I'm going to highlight myself now. All right. So here's what I learned about New Year. So it's celebrated in Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, as well as other countries, which I'll mention in a little bit. This New Year takes place in April, which is the hottest time of the year in this part of the world. And it is also the start of the monsoon season. So this New Year takes place at virtually the same time as the New Year celebrations of many countries in South Asia, such as Bangladesh, Cambodia, China, so like the Dai people from the Yunnan province, India, parts of India, Myanmar, Nepal, Thailand, and Sri Lanka. And each country has its own way of uniquely celebrating this. One commonality that I saw in Cambodia, Thailand, and Laos is it's a time of the year where they'll take their Buddha statues and bathe them or clean them. Is that lovely? Wow. Part of me thinks, oh, it's like spring cleaning, but it's a perfect way to do it and to really pay respect to this deity, but also to create this ritual where you're cleansing yourself too. And that's the other thing. They would spray water on each other. So water is cleansing. So maybe that's what it's all about. If you have more, tell us if you know more about this New Year, chat with us, let us know. And I know Dr. Smita has a lot more knowledge about that than me, but that's it for me about New Year. We could talk more about it later.
Yeah, that's really lovely. Thank you for sharing that, Shami. And yeah, if you're tuning in and you have more to share, we'd love to hear from you. I am excited to continue our Poetry Month series by giving you some background on National Poetry Month. So this was originally initiated in April 1996 by the Academy of American Poets. So National Poetry Month is currently still the largest worldwide literary celebration. It is a time where booksellers, libraries, poets, publishers, and schools are all just promoting the importance of poetry and its significance to society and culture. And I get to introduce today somebody who embodies just that significance. I get to introduce Lindsay Leong, aka Hella Famous. She is a Bay Area spoken word artist, a host, a curator, and a community organizer. So, Lindsay, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for having me. Happy New Year to all our folks that are celebrating. I saw a bunch of banners go on our Instagram called TLC New Year for, Thai, Laotian, Cambodian New Year. I thought that was super cute. So happy New Year to all of our Southeast Asian folks that are celebrating today.
Happy New Year. That's cool. TLC.
I thought that was dope. I was like, I like that unity. And then they had the flags. That's fly. I love that.
Yeah. So, Lindsay, what poem are you going to be sharing with us today?
I'm going to be sharing a poem called Inked Resistance Culture. It actually fits that you can see the Tupac and the Buddha, the Dalai Lama in the background if it's showing up on my screen because of what this poem is about. And I know Trammy mentioned about, in terms of some of the culture celebrating New Year today, the significance of water. And this poem also talks about water. So that was unintentional, but that worked out really well for us today. So I hope that people just vibe out and feel the story that's in this poem.
Yes.
Let's go. Inked. Live like, speak like, dream like, 50% Buddha, love like, listen like, 50% Tupac, warrior like, fight like, 100% authentic like, resistance, culture, because water is life. Like, I can't breathe. Freedom is underwater. Struggle with humanity's concussion. Allow my voice to be the percussion. Be consciousness into revolutions of sound. I won't ride the wave because united, we are the wave. My roots are deep, so I'm deep. I'm firmly planted. You can catch me in Dreamville. Check your rhymes on Five Dog Way. Never left my world in El Segundo, but we got it from here. Thank you for your service. Rest in peace, Five Dog. Nervous how the struggle lied to me like how I lied to me. Young me still in here, so I'm telling her to be quiet. She is beautiful. She will glow. She will grow. Young me will fight. Tupac like, pain is part of the dynasty. Let go of these attachments. Buddha like, this is not a reflex of struggle flaws to manipulate me. I'm a mosaic, not a lady in a glass dress. Even Chris Brown is phased by autumn leaves. Even K-Dot cannot save this glass house. Self-doubt, anger, loneliness, resentment. You've all been shattered. This is not a hiatus or a relapse. It's risky to be paid in full. Like this is a dope air remix. Like Wild Rock Youthful Poems, Hurtless in those places. Darkness haunts all the lines when I was scared of myself. Randy wasn't lying. I can't keep loving you and fled outside the door. Almost was then, but almost doesn't count. Inks. Live like, speak like, dream like, 50% Buddha, let go like, 50% Tupac spark brains like, 100% be the change like, resistance, culture, because water is life. Like, I can't breathe. Freedom is underwater. You're hella educated, hella hustle, hella grinding, hella in the know. Like, I don't know why you're not hella famous. We fight because water is life. So it's like, either way to the next phase. So it's not like hella high, hella faded, hella Instagram naked, hella miseducated. Why are you spreading hella misinformation? Can you believe it? How are you hella famous? Add your voice, add your value. Hip hop is not on a decline. Ignorance is not bliss. Love people that hurt us, hurt people that love us, overly dedicated, live with purpose. Live on purpose, be committed to melodies that elevate, break these beyond this mindset, reactivate my heart, youth and growth. This is the difficult part. Top award and also speak at the best, politically correct or otherwise, because safety pins are not saviors. Bumper stickers, rumble screaming change. We were running down a thirst with Obama. We thought we were united, running, rocking waves, but we still need to be here. Water is life. Where are the waves that will cleanse? When will politics transcend how cash was everything around me? When we accept that we cannot eat money, we are all standing rock, shedding waters on stolen lands. This has to be more than Facebook activism. I use my phone to call myself back on that K-Dot. When it hits the fan, are you still in? Because phone calls get answered by mortal men with master plans, with ways of creating, not escaping. We need peace like 50% Buddha. We need Panther power like 50% Tupac. We need 100% resistance, culture. We're exhausted by chaos, so we cannot rearrange. My reflection is eternal, a soul that will not cease. Our body quality most death more than get by past euphemisms for bluest eyes. Stars are black. Shame on these emotional droughts on that Tyrese like roses are black. Why is love so abstract? Can this poetry be unspoken? You'll feel me in the context. Minus any hateful comments, we respond in unison. 50% Buddha, compassion like. 50% Tupac, thug passion like. 100% passionate like. Resistance, culture. I commit to creating like water is life. Water is cleansing. Freedom will rise above water and motivate me to the next line. Till next time, I am inked. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it.
Oh my God. Wow. Thank you,
oh my gosh, it's
Lindsay.
perfect for today. Like you just picked it and it's like, wow. I have goosebumps.
Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for having me.
Loved it.
That was such a gorgeous weaving together of words and like water and like all the hip hop tradition. Like it felt like such a rooted piece, and the way you would bring it back every time. around water and like percentage of like how much people put. Oh, I loved it. Thank you
I
so
know,
Thank you
much.
so
and
much.
Buddha and all the different cultures. Oh my gosh, it's like amazing.
Thank y'all. That's one of my favorite pieces to share because, you know, we talk about interest in Buddhism, you know, because I'm Buddhist. It's like how water is righteous and like water is never ending, right? And then it's like also a few years ago when we talk about Native American culture and the Dakota Access Pipeline and talk about water is life. So it's like across cultures, we're aware that water is life and like water cleanses all of us. So I just feel like, you know, it got a lot of attention a few years ago when I wrote that piece, but we see the importance of what water means to us in like every aspect of our lives and our cultures.
Wow. Yes.
You know,
I
it's
love.
interesting because, sorry, Esther,
Go ahead.
I talk a lot about water in my work because a lot of times when I'm doing my work, the soul work, messages come from masters and they talk about water. It's the miracle substance we have on earth. It's the
Yeah,
life-sustaining substance, right? I mean, think
absolutely.
about having a substance that has the ability to flow and take the flavor of whatever you add to it,
Right.
right? So no matter what you put it in, whatever container, it takes the shape of that container. And I just find so many lessons in water about we how we should learn to flow, right? So
I'm
just
kind of floored by the whole thing right now because you know the meditation video I prepared is all about water. And none of this was
Wow.
planned. None of this was planned. It's kind of crazy, but
Meant to
okay,
be.
you'll see in a little bit. Ah, so what
Yeah.
about making naan? Does it involve water?
of course it does. So, you know, like any bread, so Mina's not here today. She's out. And uh, I know that she's been working on creating a non-video for us, which we will see next week. So today I'll just talk a little bit about naan and the symbolism of naan as a bread, which I think is central to so many cultures, right? So within the Indian culture, naan is usually eaten in North India because naan is like a derivative of Middle Eastern bread.
Mm.
And North Indian plains, the Ganges plains, are used for growing wheat. They are perfect for growing wheat, while the South Indian um, area of India, which has more water, is great for paddy. So there's more rice that grows there, and there's more rice-based culture in the South. So in the North, in villages, people in old times they had this. They would prepare this oven, which was made with clay. It's called a clay oven, and you would throw charcoal in there and you would put it on fire. And so you would basically make a dough and roll out bread, you know, and flat bread. And then you would put on the walls, you would stick it on the walls of the oven. And you could make multiple breads at the same time doing that. And then you would take them out ready to eat with a curry or whatever. So naan became a huge. I would say it's a more sophisticated version of the village bread because it is mixed with a more sort of urban culture and the culture of the cities in northern India. And it is very influenced by the Muslim cultures. So when the Muslim rulers, you know, um, they were ruling in northern India, that Muslim culture brought the food, certain foods from Middle East, and those foods became a part of Indian culture. Many of them actually acquired more sophistication in India, and naan is really one of those where it's really soft. At the same time, it has areas that are so nicely baked, and so you know when you're tearing a naan up, that's when it's too stretchy, that means it's not good. But if you are able to tear it apart and it comes apart really softly, you know, even though the surface feels nicely baked, but inside it's soft like cotton, you tear it apart, it's perfect to be dipped in a curry and eaten.
I love how
So
naans are made though. Like how normally when we bake, we stick it flat like this inside an oven, right? But naan bread, from what I've seen on videos, is stuck to the side of this hot clay
yeah.
oven. Or what do you, can you tell us
Mhm.
more about that? Like, why is it like that versus?
Yeah, because in that clay oven, you can actually make multiple naans at once. Because if you're sticking it flat, then you need a big flat surface, right? But if
Mm,
you have a cylindrical surface, then
this goes
you
this
can
way.
stick. And then also the way the heat from the charcoal rises up and cooks and bakes the naans, that makes a difference. There's a little bit of difference in the way it gets baked when it's put on the sides.
And does
And
it fall into the fire if it's overcooked, or does it just stay there,
it
or how?
yeah, I think they are really good. I mean, that's where the person who's preparing them has to constantly be on a watch and kind of they have some kind of instrument they use, a tool that they pick the naan from, with from the sides. So yeah.
Got it.
And I mean, we do a makeshift naan in our house. We have an iron pan. We put it in there. We turn it over like that. We can do that and make naan that way. But there's nothing that beats that Indian clay oven, which is,
Yeah.
yeah, really amazing.
Well, I can't wait
Thank
to get
you.
Mina's recipe next week.
Yeah, thank you so much, Smita. Right before we transition to meditation, we just wanted to quickly shout out a comment from someone on Facebook. Panama Junior Hargrave says, "Well spoken, unity, 100%." So I think that is addressed to Lindsay's poem. So again, thank you, and stay on with us after meditation because we are going to get one more special performance. So Smita, back to you.
Okay, yeah. So today's meditation is inspired by a couple of things. And one of the things was this 20-year-old Black boy who was killed. And, it's always hard. Each time I see this, it's harder for me to to handle my emotions around these senseless, violent deaths. And so yesterday I was sitting and I know that I can help the world better through my healing, through sending energies of peace and love. And so I wanted that component to be a part of my meditation today. The second thing was Trami and I had a really great conversation last night, and she was watching a documentary that she will talk about later, um, where, they did a research and found that if 1% of the world's population meditated and sent those beautiful energies of loving kindness across the world, it would shift this world almost instantly. And so I see Medi-Veggie as our little effort, to do that. I literally see us as the mouse that roared. So I'm I'm thinking about all that in today's meditation and sending out those vibrations. And I hope all of you feel them, experience them, and are able to send those vibrations out in wherever you are. So, well, Marcos is here. Hi, Marcos. Right on time for the meditation. Okay, let's begin. All right, so just close your eyes and sit with your spine erect. Your palms facing up the sky, getting ready to receive. Take a deep breath. Hold for a moment and let go through your mouth, making the release slightly longer than the inhale. So let's try it again. One more deep breath. hold for a moment and let go. And now one more deep breath. Hold, release. And now observe your gentle, easy breathing. Just in and out, in through the nose, out through the nose, just your regular breath. And now bring your attention to your feet. Feel that you are surrounded with warmth and comfort. An island of peace in the midst of chaos. Feel this warmth and peace in your feet, allowing them to loosen up, and feel this warmth flow up your legs, your knees, your thighs and your hips, releasing any tension, allowing you to relax more and more, and feel the warmth fill up your abdomen. Feel the comfort and warmth filling up your abdomen and all the organs there, like your stomach. Feel the relaxation flow up your back, your lower back, and along your spine and all the way up to your upper back. Releasing all tension from your back, relaxing all the muscles in your back. And now feel the warmth flow up in your chest, filling up your lungs and your heart. Feel this warmth, this comfort flow up your shoulders, relaxing your shoulders, flowing into your arms, loosening up all the muscles in your arms, moving into your hands, and filling up your fingers with a loving warmth. And feel this warmth flow up your throat and your neck, releasing any tension there. Feel this warmth flow up your face, relaxing all your facial muscles, your eyes, your eyebrows, your mouth, your jaw, your ears. And now feel this warmth flow up your head, flowing into the pores in your scalp, relaxing all the muscles there. And now your body is feeling a deep relaxation and peace all over. Every part of your body is in a state of deep comfort, peace, and calm. Take a deep breath and let go. And now bring your awareness to your heart center. Your heart center is located right in the middle of your chest, slightly below the nape of your neck. Imagine that right in your heart center is a beautiful garden. And in this garden are beautiful trees and flowers and plants. And all these flowers and plants are a source of great joy and happiness. And today you will plant a new sapling. And this tiny sapling will grow into a big shady tree. And depending on the type of soil and the love and attention you give the sapling, it will grow. The soil has a special quality to it. It is made of your thoughts. You get to pick the kind of soil you want to grow this sapling in. You can pick sad, angry, hurtful thoughts, thoughts that embody suffering. And the plant that grows will grow those thoughts. Or you could choose joy, love, and peace. And that's what this plant will bring you as it grows into a tree. Your thoughts will feed this plant. So take a moment now and pick your thoughts. Choose what you want in your life. And now take that tiny little sapling and plant it. Throw more soil into it so it is nicely secured in your heart. Water the sapling in your heart every day with love, attention, and care. And remember, whatever you choose to give it, that is what it will grow into. So every day, remember to give it attention by simply breathing and bringing your awareness to your heart center. Let your heart choose nicely what it needs in your heart. Let your heart choose what it needs the most. Let your most beautiful thoughts manifest into this tree. And now take another deep breath in and feel the peace within and all around you. And when ready, you may open your eyes. Namaste. How is everybody feeling?
I wish I could have stayed there for a while. It was very lovely today. I mean, I felt like I went in like this fast. Yeah.
That's great. And I think if you've been meditating for a while, like you have, Trami, now, it gets easier and easier to go into that space, right?
Mhm. I'm curious to know what Lindsay is thinking.
I really loved it was towards the end you specifically said the phrase choose what you want in your life. And not I mean the whole thing was really beautiful, but that phrase really captured my attention. And I think for so many of us during the past year with like COVID and like changes in our life and like lack of socializing, I think a lot of people are kind of unpacking that part. Like, what is it that we want in our life? What are we going to fight for? And what are some of the things what are some of those normal things that we need to like put to the side? So that really touched me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, what I wanted to bring in, and I've been trying to do this through my meditations, is that a lot of us find it so easy to, it's just the way we grow up. It's so easy to go into that state of victimhood and feel disempowered. And within your meditation practice, you can actually choose to become empowered and see yourself empowered and see yourself as a creator of your destiny. So you can pick and choose the thoughts that you want to grow within yourself. If you choose suffering, if you choose sadness, that's what you will grow inside of you. But if you really make a conscious choice that you want to be more joyful and add more joy to this world, we will be able to create more joy if we do so collectively. And so to me, that sense of empowerment is really important. And that's my message to the world.
Instead of going into the helplessness, right, which is kind of depressing, defeatist, then it's better to think in the way that you're suggesting.
Yeah, also the people, the souls who have lost their lives, you know, living in a lot of pain and or killed brutally, their souls are affected with the way we are here. Like if we are creating a more peaceful world here, then they know that they feel that energy of peace.
Yeah. How are you, Esther? You look pensive.
I'm emotional. I think this meditation was just what I needed. Like I felt caught when you were like, if you choose suffering thoughts, you're gonna grow a suffering plant. um, yeah, I think like choosing my thoughts has sort of been something I'm trying to practice, but it's, it's hard. Like sometimes like the waves of sadness just come, or something that I think is not going to hurt me comes, and then I'm sad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And it's perfectly okay to allow for those thoughts to flow, because suppressing them just makes them grow. Whatever we suppress actually grows. So allow them to flow. At the same time, when you're allowing them to flow like water, they'll get cleansed out from your system, which is why tears are so powerful.
Wow.
Tears are our body's way of clearing out the sadness or whatever pain or whatever we are feeling, right? So even in our body, we have water that allows us to clear and cleanse our system. So don't stop whatever's coming, but at the same time know that as you clear it out, you will be able to see joy and experience it. You'll empty yourself.
thanks.
Esther, I felt emotional too. I was like, yeah, I have an allergy. I think because we all need it so much, this peace, and it's the world is so crazy right now, right? Yeah. So Lindsay, would you help us out here and lead us out with a wonderful poem?
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much for having me. This was amazing. And it's funny, that Dr. Smita had this amazing meditation about water. And my first poem, How to Talk About Water, like I said, is TLC New Year for a lot of our folks in South Asia and Southeast Asia. And so kind of speaking of New Year, when y'all asked me to come again, I got to get my paper for this one though. So 2020 was the year of the rat. My family is Chinese. And so it was also my 36th birthday in November of 2020. And so I was told growing up that on the lunar calendar, when it was your year of the zodiac, that it was like a very lucky year of luck, year of abundance. And so my year of luck, year of abundance was in COVID 2020 craziness. And I'm not in any way minimizing, the trauma that people experience in 2020. But, despite the trauma, I had both the highs and lows that we feel as humans. And so I wrote this piece around my birthday, which was in November 29th. 2020, kind of reflecting on what it was to turn 36, year of luck, year of abundance, and this craziness, and also talking about what in Chinese culture we call the 5 phases or the 5 elements. Like I have this necklace from my grandma when I was born. It's the 5 colors of jade, or the 5 elements, and sometimes they're called 5 phases. And so this is simply called 5 phases. 2020 is the year of the rat, a once in every 12-year cadence. In my culture, I've been told my year is a year of luck, a year of abundance. They say the rat is the first animal next to the Buddha, so we've been tight like that. In Chinese culture, there are 5 elements. Sometimes we call them 5 phases. 2020 year, the rat got me feeling like 5 phases, detox like I want to be wood. Abundant like the world flipped upside down. Thought dreams were deferred, but I'm amplified. Decoded, paid in full, changed the dynamics. Arrested development attracted the books I read. Can't just speak about it, be about it. Got to teach about it. Harness the power of the replays about it. Let the pace be a campaign for all of me. Like, ladies, let's get information, not sweet, not sour, making life out of. I faced my anxieties of when I was losing me. My culture I have never denied, haven't always felt like I stayed inside. They say it takes a generation to lose a language. I can't speak native tongues, but I know how to survive on native love. Struggle with how to prove myself. Protection is love, criticism is love, silence is hurtful. 2020 feels like the world is finally catching up with me. Everything they used to say I shouldn't be, the intersection of art and activism, ask about me. 2020 year, the rat got me feeling like 5 phases detox, like I want to be fire. Harness the energy, revolutionize my capacity. As an outspoken Asian American woman, I used to wonder about everything that was not right with me. Growing up, it seemed like opinions were dangerous and they weren't for me. Introspective, I knew my silence would not take care of me. I evolved enough not to hate the silence. When hate is loud, maybe silence is the preservation of integrity. Despite the fluctuations, I do this on the ground, not for the gram. 2020, the world's been on fire. Do you love Black people more than you love Black culture? People been out here profiting off a culture they do not value or understand. This is not a performance. Solidarity is knowing what it means to be at home and a guest inside these spaces simultaneously. Fire is living on Native love, even when what's Native hates you. Heartbreak to be affirmed and attacked. In a community that looks and feels hella foreign and hella familiar at the same time. They can't burn us all, but they can isolate Native love. Indifference cuts deeper than apathy. The difference in othering from people who look like me, not committed to solidarity, there's an eloquence in defiance. Now maybe I know everything that's right with me. Year of the Rat got me feeling like 5 phases, detox like I want to be earth, transitional. I used to work on increasing the frequency, chasing pavements, journeys to lock doors. I picked locks and broke windows to the distraction of my own vibrations. What's for me will only increase the frequencies. The frequency is me. Year of the Rat got me feeling like 5 phases, detox like I want to be metal. Heal memories of the past so I could grow forward. Once upon a time when love let me down, my friend said, stop praying for him and pray for yourself. Never want to lay hands when it got real. Love pushed me into spiritually boundary places. I pushed them out of physical places. Can't love me now, hate me then, feelings of silence, decline call, GTO at it again. It's not me, it's not you, it's toxic like us. Some scars don't heal. It's faded to watching eyes, it's loud to me. Alive because only the poems know the truth. I left you for me. No looking back, but I recognize your reflection when I'm still me. You were never my muse, just the bag I couldn't unpack. So sitting on my door, I can't write us back. So I wax poetic lyrics that's poignant, like love created perfect portraits, only these verses that are flawed. I'll get it right on the remix 12 years from now. 90 style, like new song, new me, new you. We can all forget this version, create new conclusions. It's not that you lied, you proed bad acting, you knew the scene, you didn't know what honesty sounded like. And honestly, it's taken all these phases to unpack this bag. You're the Rat got me feeling like 5 phases, like detox time. I want to be water. Quiet the chaos, stop the hiding, the chaos, and unsettle these attachments from the past. The past calls my name silently in loud places. The past calls my name loud in personal places. Buddha says the water is infinite, water is life, water is pure, water is righteous. Grounded is something deeper than me. I drop these bags, mistakes in my past, expectations of now, dreams of what's next. Like I finally pack light, sitting in this window seat, play other sides of the game. I've been told we share lifetimes. This accountability to myself has been an act of compassion. Love is unconditional, not conditioned, like spiritual planning. I'm more committed to freedom than struggling because when we get there, I don't ever want to question who I'm supposed to be. I know that liberation is not free. Safe is lit. It's a movie because Fruitvale Station was a movie too. The stakes been high, deeper than philosophy like wood, fire, earth, metal, water. I don't know if it could ever be pure. Within a detox of 5 phases, I've learned what's righteous in me.
Woo!
Thank you.
God.
Thank you so much for
That
having
was
me.
incredible.
I appreciate it.
Wow.
Just really, really incredible.
From one rat to another.
Hey,
Also a rat here.
You're a rat too? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
that worked out for us. And we all survived 2020. Congratulations.
Oh my God. Lindsay, where can I just like soak myself in more of your poetry? Because it's really healing and I want more of it in my life.
I appreciate it so much. I do have performance videos on YouTube. They are linked on my website. And I feel like timing is everything. And so it's kind of been for years, like go to the studio, do it, don't release it, kind of not timing. And so I know that 2021 is the year that I'm gonna be, in the studio. Instead of putting everybody before myself, put myself first as an artist and, go record my stuff for the public because people have been supporting me so much. So I appreciate that so much. It's very affirming for the things that I have to do for myself in 2021.
Yeah, and your website is hellafamous.com.
Yes, ma'am.
HELLA famous.com.
Absolutely. It has
Posting
links to everything. Thank you so much. So people want to find any of the places I'm going to be, it links to Instagram and the YouTube and everything on there. So thank you, Wix.com, for making it very easy.
Thanks,
cute.
Lindsay. So usually
Absolutely.
we it's the end of our show, but we kind of stick around. It's up to you if you want to hang out. If I know, if you have live. So
I was thinking maybe we should invite our participants to speak a little or share how they're feeling and doing.
Yeah, one of our Facebook friends, Hadi Agi, said, I am a crybaby, and that is how I have survived. Hadi is from Iran, and he came here in the 70s by himself, and he's, his family's back in the old country. And so, yeah. Yeah. So Maria, is Smita's friend. We would love to meet you. You're welcome to show yourself on camera. If you don't want to, that's okay. But tell us about what you're feeling, what you think about the show so far.
Well, I've loved it. I've been listening, although, I have my family surrounding me, so I got disrupted from time to time, but that's normal. And I'm not turning my camera on because I'm not prepared for a close-up. So, but the next time I will, I promise.
Sounds
We
good.
totally understand.
Yep. Thanks for joining us. And what about you, Marcos? Today we're not seeing your beautiful face either. Are you forgot to put your makeup on or what? Well, Marcos is always joining us every week, and he shows
Awesome.
us, his background. Usually, he's out in nature. So
Nice.
Yeah, I'm out here. Can you hear me?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was good. I like that poem she said. That was really good. I think she's gonna be successful.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Hella
much.
famous,
You're young. You're 30, you said 30 something,
38,
36.
36. You're gonna do great.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Well, we are always happy when our friends join us on Zoom. If you want to join us on Zoom, all you have to do is register at consciousalley.eventbrite.com and you can join us, because then, it's great to have everyone and have your opinion in person versus chatting on chat, right? Texting. So anyways, yeah, Dr. Smita.
I want to make a request. So, those of you who have been meditating with me for a while, we've been doing this since August. I would love for you to go and leave a review on my Kinder Way Healing Facebook page.
Mm.
Please like and subscribe. A lot of my videos go up on my YouTube channel, so please like and subscribe there. I am trying to get through to Facebook somehow because they promise to support women of color and minority businesses, so I'm hoping that they will do that.
Yes.
I'm
We
just
definitely should do that. So Kinder Way Healing, right?
Mhm. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And so all throughout the month of April, we're going to have some kind of poetry or poets featured every week. So that's very exciting. And the first week to launch it off, we had our beautiful Esther, who sang a song
That's
based
awesome.
on a poem, and her voice is as sweet as an angel. Maybe next week Marcos is going to read us his poem. Always teasing Marcos.
Gotta be a good sport with Trami, around Trami.
So, guys, I was thinking, I know that I was going to pull a card for April and I didn't get around to doing that. Should I do that
Yes.
today?
Should we draw it for Lindsay?
Yeah, let's draw a
Hey.
card for Lindsay.
Yes.
Yes, I'll take it. Here for it.
So what question are you pondering, Lindsay, that you would like guidance for?
Oh man. My mom does Reiki, and so she always says this phrase like one card that Lindsay needs for like her highest and her best. So I guess that's kind of like the question I have, is like, what's the
I
highest and
love
my best for
that.
this moment? Because
I
I don't
love
know, and
that.
I could use some support.
Yeah, I love that because then you leave it open to the universe to bring you the highest and the best,
Absolutely.
right? Because sometimes with our minds, we think something is really amazing, but the universe may have a better idea, a grander idea of what is amazing, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Card, Lindsay. Message for Lindsay. All right. Oh my goodness. You're Buddhist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I am not like, I don't look at the cards and pull them, right? They just show up.
So what is
This
that
is
card? Yeah.
this is a Tibetan ascended master,
Mm.
and his name is Dwell Cool, and the card says Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness.
Wow.
Very nice.
And yeah, it's a really beautiful card. And he's been coming up a lot actually in my card pulls lately because I think he's activated right now. He's helping a lot of souls here. Especially as we are moving into a post-COVID world, right? It's literally like it's time for us to think what kind of world we want to move into and create. So reminding us that we are the creators of our world, right?
Yes.
So I will just quickly read out for you, or I can actually send you, a picture. So it says Dwalkul, known as the Tibetan, is a Tibetan Buddhist master. He is said to have had many incarnations, including as a devotee of Buddha himself and as one of the 3 wise men who honored the baby Jesus.
Wow.
Through his earthly experiences, he has learned the importance of spiritual practice and discipline and knows that the path we are on unfolds over time. He is now helping light workers follow their dharma, which is a Sanskrit word meaning right way of living. So it's really, really a beautiful card, Lindsay.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. And that's
And
helpful.
yes, and
Very much.
you're living your dharma, writing your poetry and talking about social injustice and bringing out in open what is hidden, right? And right? I mean, this is important work. We need our poets and artists to be out there talking about what they're feeling and what's going on with our world. I think they have a way of reflecting it better than anyone else.
Mm,
I
absolutely.
especially appreciate the way like you seem to really just like channel your best wisdom in your poetry. Like that is the reason I just want to kind of soak myself in it, like I want that voice in my head, not the other voices.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. I definitely appreciate it. And just not to bring the vibe down, I want to just bring attention. I don't know if it shows up on camera. This sweatshirt that I'm wearing says mental health
Yeah.
matters. And this design is inspired by my late friend, Malvin Factor, who is a mental health warrior and ended his own life last October. And this design is his universe hoodie that he wore and was his like theme of like giving love to the world. So we're talking about meditation and like living our best life. I just want to encourage mental health and for people that need support on mental health, like it's okay. Meditation is part of that. It might be therapy. It might be Eastern medicine or it might be Western medicine, but for if anybody is struggling with mental health, please take care of yourself because mental health matters. We want to hear your problems. We want to support you. We want you to still be here with us. I just wanted to bring attention to that before we close out for the afternoon.
Thank you for sharing that, Lindsay. Thank you for sharing
Thank
that
you for
important
letting me talk about
message.
that. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Well, we'd like to thank our audience for joining us today on a very special episode that is completely unplanned. And it came together in this beautiful package for us for New Year, for the message of peace, and for Lindsay's words of wisdom, and also sharing of folks who are suffering with mental health to seek help, and then Dr. Smita's meditation. And if you're on Zoom with us, we're going to continue this conversation. Otherwise, we say goodbye, and we'll see you again next week at 12:15, same place, same time. Meditate, vegetate, vegetables, do it all. And Esther, go ahead and take us out. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, 12:15. As Lindsay said, take care of yourselves, speak up. And yeah, may we all continue on our journeys and paths of healing and choosing joy.